History isn't some dusty old book with a locked ending. It's an always shifting puzzle, and 2024 just threw in some wild new pieces. This year's discoveries haven't just added footnotes to what we thought we knew. They've torn up entire chapters. From spectacular scientific breakthroughs to archaeological finds that defy everything in the books, these revelations are forcing historians to rethink the past in ways we never saw coming. Some confirm long-held suspicions, while others, well, they flip the script entirely. Buckle up, because these 15 strange discoveries might just rewrite history as we know it. And trust us, the number 7 will just blow your brain. Number 15. Monkeys are better conversationalists than some humans. It turns out that small talk isn't just a human thing. Marmoset monkeys have been name-dropping each other for ages. Well, yup, that's 100% true. A recent study in Science found that these pint-sized primates use vocal fee calls to address specific individuals, making them part of an elite club of communicators that includes humans, dolphins, and elephants. But unlike your group chats, their conversations aren't just noise, they're personalized, consistent, and meaningful. Scientists recorded their calls and realized that when one monkey sent out a vocal ping, the intended recipient almost always responded, proving this wasn't just random monkey gossip. Lead researcher David Omer sees this as a breakthrough in understanding primate intelligence. If marmosets can assign names and recognize them, who's to say more animals aren't quietly calling us out? Linguist Kon Slobodchikov argues this forces us to rethink how advanced animal communication really is. So next time someone talks over you at dinner, remember, a marmoset would have better manners. Number 14. Ancient chemical warfare was brutal. War has always been deadly, and we have seen it all, but 2,000 years ago, the Persians took it to a whole new level. During a siege at the ancient Syrian city of Dura Europos, Roman soldiers ventured into tunnels, expecting a classic hand-to-hand brawl. Instead, they walked into a death trap of toxic gas. Archaeologists found Roman skeletons clutching at their armor, frozen in their final moments. The likely culprit? Well, petrochemical smoke is made from sulfur and bitumen crystals, a combination that, when burned, produces fumes so acidic they turn lungs into jelly. The positioning of the bodies suggests the Romans realized too late that their enemies had just pioneered chemical warfare. This isn't just a gruesome historical footnote, it's proof that warfare innovations have always come with a dark edge. From poison gas in World War I to biochemical threats today, humans, and apparently ancient Persians, have a history of finding new ways to make the battlefield even deadlier. Hope they have used that brains to create something better. Number 13. AI is playing in the big leagues now. AI has gone from writing your emails to outperforming human doctors, designing new proteins, and discovering super materials. In 2024, artificial intelligence hit milestones that sound straight out of science fiction. Take ZF Design, an AI model that reprograms zinc finger proteins, tiny molecular tools that can edit genes with precision. Then there's ProGen, which can generate entirely new functional proteins just by specifying a desired property, like giving evolution a turbo boost. Medicine wasn't spared either. In April, ChatGPT beat real doctors in diagnosing patients online, scoring higher on both accuracy and empathy. In May, AI flagged pancreatic cancer risks years in advance, using nothing but medical records. By November, an autonomous AI lab was synthesizing next-gen materials in days instead of years. What does this mean for us? AI isn't just changing the game. It's rewriting the rulebook for medicine, science, and human potential itself. Just pray to God that these machines don't go mad. Number 12. The first cryopreserved kidney transplant. For decades, scientists dreamed of storing organs indefinitely, and in 2024, they got one step closer. researchers successfully transplanted a rat kidney that had been frozen for 100 days, using a nano-warming technique to thaw it without damaging the tissue. Here's why that's massive. Currently, kidneys on ice last only a few hours, leading to 20% of donated kidneys being discarded because they can't reach recipients in time. But cryopreservation could change that forever. Using nanoparticles that heat the organ evenly from within, scientists avoided the usual freeze-thaw damage that has kept organ freezing from working in humans. Once rewarmed, the kidney functioned perfectly after transplantation. Scaling this up to human-sized organs will take time, but the implications are huge. Imagine a global organ bank where organs last months or even years. If that future becomes a reality, the wait list for transplants could be a thing of the past. Number 11. The sixth mass extinction is underway, and we're causing it. Earth has been through 5 mass extinctions, but the sixth, that's on us. Scientists at the University of Hawaii calculated that species are disappearing 35 times faster than the natural extinction rate, with an estimated 7.5% to 13% of all species already wiped out since 1500. That's between 150,000 and 260,000 species gone, and it's not slowing down. The culprits? Habitat destruction, climate change, pollution, and overexploitation. While past extinctions were triggered by asteroids or volcanic eruptions, this one is a slow-motion disaster fueled by human activity. What's worse, entire ecosystems could collapse within centuries if trends continue. Scientists aren't just raising the alarm, they're pleading for immediate action. Whether we slow this crisis or let it spiral out of control will define humanity's legacy on this planet. The question isn't whether we're causing a mass extinction. The question is whether we'll do anything to stop it. Number 10. Dark energy. Once upon a time, physicists thought they had the universe's expansion figured out. Either it would slow down or eventually collapse in a big crunch. Then 1998 happened, and reality decided to go full sci-fi. Astronomers tracking distant supernovas discovered the universe isn't just expanding, it's accelerating. Enter dark energy, the biggest cosmic curveball in modern physics. This mysterious force makes up about 70% of the universe, yet we have zero clue what it actually is. It's like the universe installed a secret expansion pack, and we're just now noticing. The kicker? This revelation breaks our current understanding of physics. Either something major is missing from the equations, or the universe has been messing with us this whole time. Until we crack the dark energy puzzle, one thing's for sure. We're living in a cosmic mystery novel, and we're barely past the first chapter. Maybe, until we find answers, it might be too late for us. Number 9. The 3-million-year-old plot twist in tool-making. Archaeologists digging in Kenya's Nyayanga site just pulled off the historical equivalent of finding an iPhone in ancient Rome. They unearthed stone tools dating back nearly 3 million years, right next to fossils of Paranthropus, an ancient hominin with a jaw strong enough to crush bone without tools. Conventional wisdom said these guys didn't need sharp rocks to get the job done, but apparently, someone wanted an upgrade. This find doesn't just tweak history, it smashes it with a hammerstone. Before this, we gave all the credit for tool use to our direct ancestors. But if Paranthropus was crafting sharp flakes long before Homo sapiens was even a concept, then the innovation game started much earlier than we thought. According to archaeologist Emma Finestone, this discovery challenges everything we assumed about early hominin intelligence. So, did evolution hand out creativity like an exclusive VIP pass? Well, let's say nope. It turns out, prehistoric ingenuity was more of an open access club. Number 8. Ancient Greece had landlords too. Think modern rent agreements are a nightmare? Try 2,200-year-old stone contracts. In the ancient Greek city of Teos, archaeologists uncovered what might be the world's oldest recorded lease. not on paper, but chiseled into stone. This wasn't just a casual Venmo me for the olive grove situation. The contract details gymnasium students inheriting land, complete with buildings, slaves, and an altar. But instead of keeping it, they rented it out, because even in ancient times, passive income was the dream. The best part? Their dad had to act as a guarantor, proving that parents co-signing for their kids is a tradition as old as time. The lease included annual inspections, penalties for damage, and late fees. So if you think your landlord is strict, imagine dealing with an Athenian bureaucrat armed with a hammer and chisel. Turns out, the bureaucracy didn't start with modern governments. It's been annoying people since antiquity. Number 7. King Tut's meteorite blade. King Tutankhamun's tomb is packed with treasures, but one iron dagger has been bending minds for decades. Why? Because iron weapons weren't a thing in Egypt 3,300 years ago. And yet, this blade not only existed, it refused to rust. In 2016, scientists finally cracked the case. X-ray fluorescence scans revealed the dagger's iron came from a meteorite. That's right, Tut's dagger was forged from the iron of the sky. Ancient texts had hinted at Egyptians using celestial metal, but this was the first undeniable proof. It wasn't just a status symbol, it was a literal space relic, reinforcing their belief that meteorites carried divine power. Whether this blade was used in ceremonies or just a fancy flex, one thing is certain. King Tut had a cosmic edge, quite literally. Number 6. Lost civilizations keep popping up. Archaeology is the world's longest-running treasure hunt, and the past decade has been absolutely stacked with game-changing finds. Case in point, King Richard III's skeleton was unearthed under a parking lot in 2013. That's right, a medieval king was chilling under asphalt for centuries. Meanwhile, Peru's Castillo de Huarmey revealed an untouched royal tomb in 2014, packed with artifacts that rewrote what we knew about ancient Andean cultures. Then, in 2018, researchers in Guatemala used laser technology to uncover 60,000 Maya structures hidden beneath dense jungle. Think about that. 60,000 buildings, invisible to the human eye for centuries. And let's not forget the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, recently confirmed to date back 1,700 years, reinforcing its link to early Christianity. Whether it's sunken ships like the HMS Erebus or the wreckage of the Clotilda, one thing's clear. History isn't lost. It's just waiting to be found. Number 5. The universe is watching back. Staring into space has never been more unsettling or exhilarating. Back in 2019, the Event Horizon Telescope did the impossible. It took a picture of a black hole's shadow, proving that our cosmic nightmares are real. But that was just the appetizer. Since then, scientists have been upgrading our cosmic understanding at warp speed. The Gaia spacecraft has mapped over 1 billion stars, turning our galaxy into a 3D model, while the Planck satellite messed with our heads by suggesting the universe's expansion rate might be all wrong. Basically, the more we learn, the more the cosmos refuses to play by our rules. Every new discovery is like the universe whispering, "You really thought you had me figured out?" The takeaway? We're not just looking at the universe, it's looking back, daring us to keep up. All right now, let's head over to Number 4. Matabele ants, nature's battlefield medics. Warriors, strategists, and now paramedics, Matabele ants are rewriting what we know about insect intelligence. These termite hunting specialists don't just charge into battle, they also rescue and heal their wounded. Researchers observed injured ants being carried back to the nest, where they received wound cleaning treatment using antimicrobial secretions. Here's the kicker. They somehow know which wounds need medical attention. In lab experiments, untreated ants had a 90% mortality rate, while those given ant-style first aid survived at a staggering 78% rate. This isn't just survival instinct, it's organized healthcare on a micro scale. And even crazier? Well, you won't believe this, but it's actually pretty true. Their secretions contain compounds that could help humans fight antibiotic-resistant bacteria. So the next big medical breakthrough might not come from a lab. It could be hidden in an anthill. It's like the old saying, never judge a phone by its internet speed, but by the quality of its camera and memory. Number 3. The game-changing HIV prevention drug. The fight against HIV took a massive leap in 2024, and the name behind it? Lenacapavir. Originally approved in 2022 as a treatment, new trials revealed something jaw-dropping. A 96% success rate in one study and 100% in another for preventing HIV. Even better? It requires only 2 injections per year. For decades, daily pills like Truvada were the go-to. But let's be real. Sticking to a daily regimen isn't easy. Lenacapavir eliminates that struggle, making prevention seamless. It targets HIV's capsid protein, essentially locking the virus out before it can take hold. But the real kicker? Scientists think this approach could work against other viruses too. The Science Journal even called it the breakthrough of the year. Bottom line, this isn't just a treatment, it's a turning point. A future without HIV might be closer than we ever imagined. Number 2. The fruit fly brain map that's changing neuroscience. A poppy seed-sized brain just unlocked some of the biggest mysteries of human intelligence. In October 2024, scientists revealed a fully mapped fruit fly brain, a project that took 10 years and involved billions of synaptic connections. Why does this matter? Because understanding even a tiny brain helps us decode how our own brains work. Researchers meticulously sliced the brain into ultra-thin layers, scanned over 1 million high-resolution images, and reconstructed a 3-dimensional model. The result? A connectome, a neural map that reveals how thoughts, decisions, and memories form. Why a fruit fly? Its 140,000 neurons are a simpler version of our own, making it the perfect test subject for unraveling cognition. This isn't just an insect dissection. It's a blueprint for the future of neuroscience and artificial intelligence. One tiny brain, one giant leap for understanding how we think. We humans always think we are just too smart, but in reality, we're the dumbest creatures on the planet. We mean what we have done except polluting the planet. Number 1. Ancient art wasn't just a human hobby. Turns out, early humans weren't the only ones with an artistic streak. From Sulawesi to South Africa, researchers have found ancient cave paintings that predate even our earliest assumptions. In 2014, archaeologists discovered 39,000-year-old hand stencils and animal paintings in Indonesia. Then, Borneo upped the ante with figurative art that's at least 52,000 years old. But the real twist? Neanderthals might have been artists too. Yep, those so-called brutes, left behind cross-hatched engravings and perforated shells, proving that creative expression wasn't exclusive to Homo sapiens. Even weirder, the Bruniquel cave in France contains a stone circle built 176,000 years ago, long before modern humans existed. If Neanderthals were making symbolic structures, our whole definition of intelligence just got a massive rewrite. Art wasn't a Homo sapiens invention, it was a primal need, long before history even had a canvas. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon in the next one.